Oh, a new listener. Come for a story, I hope. Let's see. What tale shall I read tonight? Ah, here's one. This is a tale of 6 adventurers that, while not always fighting for the purest of intentions, still fought for what they hold dear. Whether that be to save another, riches, or just to spend another day in a tavern. Now, while these adventurers found themselves working together, I still don't think they knew quite what they were getting themselves into. Nevertheless, I welcome you to join me on this tale, to join me in the myth of Draconis.
Even though it technically wasn't a new date yet. The last session, we're at about 38 million paragraphs for the 23rd again, so I'm going to put last session's notes in the 24th. And it's also the 24th is also going to be a rest day. So you guys will get about a 3-day rest out of all this.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
We slept for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
You've been through quite a bit.
Out sleep for 3 days too. Shit.
As a matter of fact, it doesn't all have to be resting. I'm just writing it as rest day in my notes so that it's something's written in the days you didn't adventure. We're actually going to say that you had about 5 days off so that I can finally do something 22 sessions in and change the month on the calendar of my notes.
Yay.
Let's go, new month.
Yes.
Oh,
With me trying to throw a couple of skip days in here and there. All the shit you've done from level 1 to level 8, this is why experience leveling is dumb, was in 3 weeks. The only reason it's this jumbled together with milestones is because I forgot to put long enough breaks in. Where you should have had actual downtime to do, crafting or resting or whatever you wanted to do. But we pick up the start of session 22 on Moon Day, the 1st of Balak, month 2.
This campaign's not going to finish with a year. I guarantee.
No, hell no. It's going to go less than 3 months probably at this rate, unless I time skip, which I very well might. Like an actual time skip at some point.
Time is a flat circle.
But we begin this day.
Okay,
robot. We begin this day with Vulpe.
God, what'd I do?
It's more like, what did you not do?
Yeah.
Technically, what you're doing is sleeping. Because it's... In modern day, it would be that... Is it a new day if I haven't finished sleeping yet? By a calendar, yes it is. But it's actually in the middle of your sleep. You are awoken by a voice whispering in your very real ear, not in your head. And it says... Wait a moment. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget to do notes this week. he says, "How's it going, furball?"
Well, if I was asleep before, I'm surely not anymore.
Furball? That's racist.
No.
Vulpe is awakened by X whispering in his ear at midnight. He says, "How's it going, furball?" Vulpe is mildly awake. No, Vulpe awakens. So, what do you do in response to that?
Firstly, I was alone in this room, right? Just to confirm, when I went to bed, there's no one else in here.
There sure wasn't.
So you really can just come anywhere. Magic really is
Uh,
interesting.
That was an extremely poor choice of words for us sharing a
Wow.
bed.
I was hoping I'd get that reaction. That's exactly what I expected.
That was for the VOD. That was for nothing else.
Vulpe has been infected by Sheila disease.
Sheila and Theizora, don't forget.
Hey,
What?
It might be your past, but it still happened.
fuck off!
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Now
but
it's
in,
just for one
Theizora,
person.
but in Theizora's defense, one, Theizora has stopped doing it, and two, she had just caught the first batch of Sheila disease of this campaign before there was a Sheila to catch it from, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
There's something in the air.
She just sat on previous campaigns' toilet seats and caught Sheila disease.
As long as
So-
there's a weapon in there.
You've apparently saved an ancient kingdom. You've gained back your friend. What now?
That's not quite for me to decide yet. That's something I'm going to have to discuss with the others in the morning. For now, let's let them enjoy their happy ending.
Oh, they can have theirs. I'm not waking them up. I woke you up. What are we going to do?
I'm assuming this is a rhetorical statement. What do you have planned?
Why do you assume I have a plan?
You always seem to have one before, be it by happenstance or having some sort of plan or test or something. Why am I to assume this time's any different?
Well, I did have a plan. Till about 5 days ago.
And what's that supposed to mean? That's not ominous at all.
Well, about 5 days ago, you resurrected an ancient kingdom that I didn't account for. That changes things more than a little bit.
We didn't
Yeah.
break time, did we?
You could say that. A little hard to rule over an immortal ghost kingdom if they're not immortal or ghosts anymore.
Oh god.
But I do share a little bit of the blame for that. I did have multiple occasions I could have told you I was with you the whole time, and I chose not to.
For the moment, I don't have a plan in mind, so unless you have something that needs doing, I think I should consult with the others before deciding on the next plan of action.
Well, I don't necessarily care if you do the thing I'm going to suggest or not, but I did see in my travels a job that I know is paying. If you're looking for a short-term thing to do while you figure out a plan.
What job's that?
You'll find the full details on the job board, but short TLDR, super creepy house, weird noises coming out of it, crazy enough people to go investigate. We'll get paid if they live.
Yeah, that sounds like something everyone here is just raring at the chance to go on.
I mean, excuse me.
Salute.
I hope so. By the way, you really are overdue for a brushing. You're making me sneeze.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to bring along certain amenities when all you have is pockets.
That's exactly how you carry things.
Have you not heard of a pocket brush?
You have nearly unlimited pockets of nearly unlimited varying sizes. I mean, they're limited to the coat, but you have like 30 pockets.
74, actually.
30,
I don't-
74. Numbers are relative to me.
I'll see if I can pick one up in the morning when people are awake to sell them.
Please do. The dander is awful.
Can't be
Anyway.
that bad.
Well, first of all, in the time you've rolled around in your sleep, there's enough of you left on the bed to make another you.
What are you, a husky?
Secondly, I don't know when the last time you bathed was, but when you have fur, you need to bathe more often than the average person.
Damn, he's just going in on it.
You're dirty. Stank.
I need you to keep up appearances if you're going to continue to represent me, young man.
I understand.
Now, for the moment, this will not do. Any prestidigitations, you all clean and sparkly.
Aw.
Now,
Unsoiled
Thank
you.
when you awake to meet your friends in the morning, I suggest you go do this job. Not only does it pay quite well, but genuinely, could be completely wrong. I have not looked into this, but I feel like the description sounds like it's maybe not directly, but at least loosely linked to some of the shit you've seen on your travels already. Maybe not part of the same plan, but the same kind of things.
I've seen a lot of shit. Could I ask you to be more specific?
Weird, creepy, possibly undead or aberrational shit.
Okay, that clears it up quite well. Thank you very much.
At least that's my assumption based on the descriptions. Obviously, no one went inside to journal, but you don't survive a couple millennia without figuring out what a description means. Anywho, I should probably let you have a nap. It's not like you haven't been napping for 5 days.
I've been asleep how long?
I mean, technically you've woken up, but you and your group of lazed around like a bunch of people who don't like money for several days.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you have some sort of vendetta against the group.
I mean, I've established that several times, but
I know.
do try to keep up. I expect more from you than the rest of these nitwits. That being said, while I don't exactly love your friends, I'm not out. I'm no longer out to eliminate them. There's bigger things at stake coming down the pike, I fear. That's a tomorrow problem. Not literally. Tomorrow you should go check out the weird house.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
If I find out any more about what I'm afraid of, we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Well, so how'd you enjoy the time travel?
That's a discussion for another time.
That's a shame.
I'm still processing it.
How many versions of me did you meet?
I met, from what I was told then, apparently I've somehow met you 32 times, only remembered one instance, and then got pulled back. From what I was told, or something like that. Yeah. It's giving me a migraine just thinking about it.
You're welcome. They were all just me.
No, you're
Have
really
a good
not.
Have a good night.
You're not.
So, in the morning, unless anyone has any specific like morning things they want to describe, you all meet up in the main tavern area for breakfast.
Pancakes.
It's at
Flapjacks.
this point. It's at this point. That everyone's going to give me a perception check.
Let's go.
Man, it's like 9 in the morning. I can't perceive.
My eyes are open.
Yeah, that's
Big.
about right. My eyes are open.
In the town. Breakfast. Technically, you could just be in the fucking kitchen of the manor house. You know, basically co-own, but 25, 22, 17, 11.
Wow, this
Sheila,
Brightwood chapter is getting like 3 pages long.
you spot someone you're pretty sure is sizing you up in one corner of the tavern. The group, not you specifically. Akemi, you're positive that's what they're doing.
Okay.
And they are trying very, very hard, and for the most part, except for you two, very successfully attempting to look like they're doing anything else. But they're good at it, so it's very subtle to anyone that didn't catch it like you did.
Interesting. Who else saw it? Oh, thinks they see that?
Sheila spotted them.
Okay.
And is pretty damn sure that that's what they're doing. And you're just like, yes.
Okay. Can I just point them out to the group? Like, point them out to the group, but make it seem like we're talking about something else. And
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Look
Okay.
now.
Like, don't look, but them over there staring at you.
We're
Turns.
being watched.
Everyone makes eye contact with them afterwards.
17.
Everyone's just like turning their head everywhere. Oh, where?
Direct eye
Nah.
contact.
Who?
I said,
Goes
don't
to their
look.
table, slams on it. You mean these guys?
So you kind of start motioning to the rest of the group. And Sheila kind of immediately gives you a nod to like, yeah, I clocked that. The rest of you kind of pick up on the hand signals. By the time you all look, the person's not where they were.
Akemi, are you okay?
Here comes the claims of insanity.
Sheila, did you go? Did you see where they went?
Did you two sleep well last night?
Sheila dropped their fork on the ground. On the table. I'm looking.
Did you two sleep well that night by chance?
Vulpe?
How dare you?
Never mind. How dare you?
If Akemi saw someone, then Akemi saw someone.
I'm just looking around trying to see where they went.
I know what I saw.
Wolf immediately accusing Akemi of looking like they're about to pass out while he himself is about to pass out. Just not awake at all.
I'll stick Meana on
Right,
them.
what are you trying to do?
I was just trying to look, if I could find them, see where they were.
It's okay.
Give me a perception check.
Hmm.
Actually,
Oh.
looking for a specific someone in the crowd. Give me an investigation check.
Oof.
11.
You don't see any sign of them.
Where did they just go?
The rest of you see a figure standing behind Akemi's chair.
Growl.
I was about to say, so that's what's
Yeah.
actually happening from Sheila.
Akemi's chair. So the cloaked, the hooded figure. The rest of you see slowly clearly so the rest of you don't get spooked. Leans halfway over and just whispers in Akemi's ear. Oh.
A Jamie jumps out of her chair. Oh, God.
It's them.
Oh, you.
I
Who
think-
are you?
Yeah.
That is the $1 million question, isn't it?
Who dat?
Yeah, it is.
Akemi,
Do you know who you are?
Oh my God.
you are familiar with this figure.
Oh.
Hi.
And do you not
Hi,
know who you
Amira.
are? It's Amira!
You have not seen them in a long time. But you have met them before. You used to go to school with them. And they do not, they look barely recognizable. When you went to school with them, there's enough facial recognition you piece it together. When they went to school with them, they weren't just the school, they were the neighborhood punching bag.
Oh.
They are not anymore. So the first thing the rest of you notice, well, Theizora takes you a while to figure out that you actually recognize them as well. And Vulpe, I suppose, eventually. Yeah, they do not look like you remember them. However, they are recognizable after you take a moment and you realize who they are. As a massive red-skinned tiefling is standing in front of you. Or I guess behind you, technically. Kind of to the side now. I don't know if I'm sure I have the art saved on my phone, so if I have to, I'll look it up on my phone. I'm just checking to see if I can find it on my computer first. Hey, I did. I didn't realize this when I downloaded it before, but apparently it's actually possibly art for someone, an NPC art from an official book. I don't know. It's but either way, it's the same art that I used before, so we're going with it. Mm-hmm. Not before, but the same art I wanted to use. He looks like that.
Oh.
He's a solid, probably 7 foot ish tall, close to it.
Oh. He's tall.
Probably about 6'8", 6'9".
Seems
Very
like
tall
my
end
tall
of
guy.
human.
What?
You're a tall guy. Given that your tall guy is over 8 feet tall.
Yeah, but it's just like, damn, right as I get rid of the tall guy in the group,
Oh
go
yeah.
back to 5'11", humbleness. Throws this
Uh,
fucker.
if this guy weighs less than 300 pounds, I don't know how, because his forearm is as big as Akemi's head.
Oh dear God.
Hey, being a punching bag, you get tough.
Yeah.
He goes, been a while.
It has. You look like you've gotten but I can't think of the word. now.
Super strong and hot. Yes, I did.
He thick.
Just stroke your own ego, okay?
You want to stroke my ego?
No.
And that is what I named it, but
Oh dear.
I didn't even know this.
What exactly are
brought
you
it
here
up.
for?
I'm hanging out in a tavern. What are you here for?
What did you approach us for?
Because I recognized half your table.
Yeah, he just wants to say hi, y'all.
They're three of the only people in school that, when we were kids, that, I mean, we weren't crazy close or anything, but they at least had the decency to not be complete dickheads. So they're the closest thing to fond person memories that I have of school. I figured I'd come over and introduce myself to everyone else. Name's Zakar Monroe. Also, it's fairly uncommon, not unheard of by any means, but fairly uncommon to find two 1.5 strong-looking tieflings in the same place.
I'm so confused. I'm not laughing, I swear.
New
What?
Wally.
Did you say 2, 1.5? Huh?
No, he said 2. Well, actually 1.5
Oh.
strong tieflings.
You might have height, but that's all you have. Before you boast.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ow.
You are a punching
Oh
bag.
yeah, I thought you were a
You've
paladin.
grown and you've built yourself up, but I've died and come back.
Interesting.
Goddamn.
How'd
Are
you
y'all gonna
pull
fight?
that off?
That's something for you to find out on your own. That is,
So
if
you
you
don't-
choose to die.
So you don't know, is what you're telling me.
I could care less. I'm
We
back.
all-
That's all that matters.
Well, if you ever want to know how you're back, let me know. How's it going, Akemi? We haven't seen each other since school.
It has been a long time. It's been going good. How about you? Life's been treating
Much-
you well.
Yes, it has. Turns out, if you are treated like absolute dog water by everyone, if you turn your attention to give you ways to fix that.
I think my wife.
He
just
cut out
died
for
a
everyone, I'm
second.
pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you focus where? It literally skipped just that part and then gives you the ways to fix things. So I'm like, huh.
On the right person or the right people.
Okay.
So, like praying?
Yes, like praying.
Hmm.
Actually looking to see who there it is. You notice at this point, now that he mentions praying, he has a necklace with an obvious, now that you're looking for it, holy symbol on. That you, being a cleric, immediately recognize. And I think you all actually saw it one already. Genuinely by happenstance, because it just happens that the god I was looking for happens to be one I've already used in the campaign, I believe. I'm going to double check my notes on that, but I think so. Yes. He is wearing a holy symbol of Divictus. You get this. You get the sense. Victus is known primarily for three things. You get the sense, based on what you know, Akemi, of what Divictus is known for, and what Zakar is known in his past for. He probably prayed more for the vengeance part.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember where she came up.
Yo, Cleric Paladin? Double dipping in faith?
Well, Zakar is just wearing a Divictus symbol.
It's true. Could just be Paladin. It'd be funny though. War domain, and then
Yeah, the only ones I don't remember if I ever showed them to you guys, but the only things I put there were like the cleric domains. I never went back and did the paladin ones. But there's literally a vengeance paladin. So
yeah.
That being said, given his attire and such, you figure he's probably, if he has the in-universe equivalent to class levels, it's probably paladin. Seems more his style. It's like I was just yanking the other guy's chain. It's weird. I'm not used to seeing other paladins. I'm not used to seeing other tieflings around. It's kind of weirding me out, actually. We're not exactly common.
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Least of all, that particular tiefling. So what made you end up hanging around with that particular tiefling anyway? What led you to be in this tavern in this weird ass place?
Oh, Kemi died.
I'm back. A lot has happened. We'll just say, it got kidnapped, got out that, tried finding, my sister, and ended up in this party.
Neat. You check out this fucking weird house I keep hearing about?
Weird house?
Oh, yeah, I meant to bring that up. I saw it on a job board around town not too long ago. Figured it's something we could look at least get us back into work.
I mean, does anybody have any objections?
No.
Seems like our specialty is with the weird.
Mm-hmm. That's how it's been going.
Well,
I don't think it takes much to reach that conclusion.
I mean, the six of you are longer winded because there's six of you, but basically a walking so and so walked into a bar joke. You got 1.5 cats. You got a tiefling who's a weird color, and apparently just comes back to life arbitrarily, and he's famous.
Leave him
You
alone.
get,
He's had a long.
huh?
He's had a long journey. Leave him alone.
It wasn't bothering him. It's stating a fact.
If you want to know the colors, because I was dead.
Cool.
I used to be regular skin tone. Now I'm gray. Guess you can't keep all of the life you used to have.
Not the way they did it.
What do you mean by that?
You seem to know who brought me back.
I already flat out stated that about 5 minutes ago.
I was waiting for him to question it.
Alright, Volp's getting out the journal. He's starting to take notes.
His looks to you goes, that'll be 5 silver per word.
As far as I'm aware, copyright law doesn't apply to educational studies.
Telling you to give me your lunch money. No, I'm not. I'm fucking with you. Yes, I do know. I do know who brought you back, and I can think of if I can assume I know why. Can't confirm the why. I haven't asked them, but given who it was, I assume I know why.
And who may that be? Because there was no one around when I was actually conscious.
I would have figured he'd taken you away to safety to wait for you to come to after the ritual. Anyway, it was your old man.
I'm not surprised.
That makes sense.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, that trap.
While he's gonna be looking around, he's like, actually, yeah, he was there. Memory has been a problem.
Yeah, coming back the way you did. Coming back from that degree of death is, even in the best way, can sometimes have lingering effects. But certainly coming back the way you did, I'm honestly surprised you remember anything at all. Last time was that ritual was used, the recipient, victim, depending how you look at it, the carcass. barely remembered their own name, let alone anything else.
The reason I do remember
But-
is because of my father.
Mm,
Or at least remember most.
he might think that's why you remember. I think he's smarter than that, though. He knew what his limitations were. Someone helped you start to remember things. I don't think it was him, though. I think he had unexpected help at the last second.
Wouldn't surprise me at this point.
Having said that, you were brought back to life by a fiendish hell ritual, so that's why you don't get your full life back. It was not some fancy priest in holy robes human cleric who's been chosen as the voice of a god happy horseshit. This was an admittedly powerful archdevil who still might not have been quite as powerful as he thought he was when he actually attempted it, and he's lucky it worked. That kind of ritual is not really meant to be done by people like us. It seems fate is on your side.
For now.
Don't waste it.
I don't intend to.
Good. Yeah. I will leave you to finish your breakfast. It sounds like you all are planning to go check out a weird house.
Yippee!
Okay.
What the hell?
Chaos. I don't know what you guys heard.
What happens in my girl?
Okay. That's really funny because that's outside of my room. That's out in probably the hallway, and my door is closed.
Yeah, you're on a phone that doesn't have any noise cancellation. What do you expect?
Makes sense. Yeah, but then it suddenly can't pick me up when I'm right here.
How's that for some fucking phonetics?
Za, like the end of pizza, and car, like car mixed with con.
Zakar.
Get in the car. Hey, wait a minute.
The funny thing is, I have a character named Sakar.
So do I. I literally just made one of my own PCs into an NPC.
Makes sense.
Because I love giant, burly arm, and the art is bigger than most people's, than a halfling's fucking torso. Fucking tiefling.
Big boy.
And I knew I was gonna have somebody watching you in the bar, so I was like, this popped into my head. Let's go with him. I have my own job to go take care of, and you guys should go check out this house because it's apparently we are weirding the shit out of people.
I have a question.
Okay.
What city are we in? Are we still in Brightwood or
No.
no? Okay.
You are in.
Loud noises.
Loud noises.
Not that loud.
You are currently in what I guess in this time period, since they're trying to fit in with the current land structure, would be more like the city, state, or province of Verinia.
We're in my city. Me,
Yeah, pretty much.
Theizora city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Place we just got back.
Okay.
Oh, is it not on the map?
No.
No, because it didn't exist
back.
before the campaign started.
Cool.
We willed the city into existence.
Basically.
Here's a
It
secret.
It existed as a literal ghost town for a mission or an adventure, or whatever you want to call it, quest. That
Oh, that's right. Verinia. I remember now.
the guy who helped me design it at my old job decided, he was like, "Here's the ending I recommend. When they succeed, it turns back into a current city and has to fit in under the current regime." And I'm like, I like that. So instead of being kings, because this is modern to the time of the time period of the game, Theizora and New Wally are essentially the governors.
Governor.
Not to be confused with old Wally, who is dust in a bag.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I'm just on somebody's shelf.
I'm pretty sure you're on somebody's hip right now.
Do you,
Yeah, pretty
I
sure.
don't ever remember you actually being like actual carrying me. I just remember
Pretty
your
sure-
hands
I didn't
scoop
say
me up,
mine. I
and
didn't
then that
say
was it.
mine. I didn't say my hip.
Pretty
said
sure you're
someone's hip.
Pretty sure most of your ashes are dangling off the hip, dangerously close to the ball sack of Vulpe, or whatever part Vulpe has.
If
Those
this
Vulpe
person
technically-
opens my door, I might actually throw them. One moment.
Go ahead and throw them anyway.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do a recap because I didn't have any notes in front of me. So they never found out exactly what happened to Halfling Napoleon.
Okay.
Figment of our imagination.
Might have been a figment of their imagination. He might have been brutally killed by the guy that they let out of the jail cell who found the crown. He might have run off. I never explained it. Sometimes I like to do that. Not everything needs an explanation.
We'll
And
never know.
maybe we'll never know.
Some things work better when they aren't explained.
True.
Turns out the guy that was locked in the jail cell downstairs was actually X. I don't think they knew that, but I just had X tell Vulpe that. Whether he clued in or not, I don't know. But
I got that one, but I don't know if Vulpe did.
well, initially I sort of described it as that he was an ancestor using the same name. Which, had I gone with one of my other plans, because I usually keep about 3 rough ideas and then in the moment pick one, could have been true. Instead, I decided that it was actually just X fucking with everyone, because he likes to do that. Oh, sort of fucking
He
with
does.
everyone. His powers were greatly affected by being locked in that prison cell. But once he got out of there,
Okay, we need to find a way to go back in time again to capture that fucking cell. Figure out the magic of that cell.
It technically still exists.
Yeah, but if we go there, you're gonna be like, yeah, it's crazy. There is no magic here. And don't tell me that. Don't give me false hope.
It's in the basement of your fucking house.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's still magical. It could have been, no, it's because it was a ghost thing.
Could be.
We'll never know until we find out.
Only one way to find out.
You know, we just gotta wait for somebody to
We'll
commit a
send
crime.
Sheila down there.
Wow.
Sheila, you can be a cat burglar.
Oh no. A bad one if I get captured.
Me-
Not a bad one if you get paid to get captured.
Yeah.
I like where you're going with this.
So, what do you want to do?
We should probably check out that house.
Yeah, we probably should.
Probably.
Let's do it.
So it's on the outskirts of town. It's on more or less on the main road out of town. Which, by the way, there's just randomly like 10, 15 foot across actual paved road through the middle of the forest now. Seems to have appeared when the city reappeared.
Interesting.
When in Rome,
Kind of.
roads just appear. Fuck it. Infrastructure.
And at the first
I
sort
got-
of crossroads you get to where there would be a turn you could make to a different direction. About 50 feet inward from each street, so like off the side of the road, pulled back away from it about 50, probably closer to 100 feet, is a long, steep driveway. Or walk up, I guess. We're not in totally modern times. With an old beat up shack at the top of the hill. Shack's a little much. It looks like it probably was a nice place at some point.
I could live here.
Now it's a hovel.
Yeah. It's got the bones of like a two or three story house, but in the condition of a hovel. And as you start to, do you approach it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't stop us now.
Okay. So as you approach it, and you get to the plateau of the hill, you're not like right in front of the house. It's a fairly good sized plateau with some yard space. But you're up at the high point where it flattens out to build the house, to be able to build a house and maintain land. You notice the yard does not be abandoned at some point. Huh?
You cut out there for a good chunk.
It doesn't look.
Spoopy, unkempt house and yard.
Ah, perfect.
Okay.
Also, you don't need a perception check to figure out that there's weird screaming coming out of the house.
Oh.
Sounds like it's coming from the upper floors. About 30 feet away from where you're standing is the front door.
I'm gonna go in.
Oh my god. Okay, guess we're going in.
Go in it.
Head first, as always, I guess.
Well, if anyone else wants to go in first, be my guest.
I'll go in first.
No.
What do you mean,
You
no?
just said if anybody wants to go in.
Trying to
Well,
keep
anyone
this
else.
fuck-ass
Kemi,
child
I
out
don't
of my
want you to
room.
get hurt, Akemi.
Everyone but
anyone-
you.
Yes.
I would
Anyone but you.
I would like to know. I would like to know what a fuck-ass child is.
It's a gremlin. That's what a fuck ass child is.
Akemi, anyone but you. I don't want you getting hurt. Like, I care about everyone. But, like,
Oh my god.
Yeah, we get it. You okay? Fine. I'm the shield, like always. Apparently.
You know what? I think I'm gonna follow behind Wally this time. That seems like a good idea.
Behind Wally.
behind Wally.
Alright, so when you
God,
get to the
Amira.
door, what do you do?
So is it just screaming deep inside the house? And is this constant?
Not like a never-ending single-note scream, but periodically from upstairs.
Okay. So it's up from upstairs. Fuck it. Kick the door in.
Alright.
We really
Do
can't
you-
go anywhere without destroying something, can we?
It's fucking dilapidated. Who cares?
What we do.
Pardon me. And the person standing in the entranceway goes, "Hello?"
It wasn't me.
Hi.
When I say entranceway, I don't mean like right behind the door. I mean
Yeah,
like
I
the
figured as much as
foyer.
why they'd be on their ass.
And he's like, "Hello?"
Hello?
Oh gosh.
Somebody actually lives here?
Who are you? Why?
I live
Why?
here. Who are you?
Are you? So you just let everything go?
Wow.
I mean, not intentionally.
Who was screaming?
I think he cut out.
He did cut out. I
think
keep
he cut out.
thinking it's my Wi-Fi, but it's just
What are we?
his.
What are we? The HOA? Why do we care how he keeps it?
We're so judgy.
Because if clearly somebody is living there, it wouldn't be, hey, cool, the third floor is in the second, and the second floor is almost coming down.
Not
This
that
isn't
You know
safe.
what?
complicated,
Maybe he
it's
can't.
beat up.
Maybe he can't afford it. All right. Not many
Those
people have wealth
taxes.
like we do.
What do you mean wealth like we do?
We don't have a wealth.
I'm pretty
Wolf
sure
is
I'm
just
back
gonna
to fucking
stare
0
at
gold.
Akemi.
Party fund 0.
Wolf is gonna stare at Akemi after saying that. We're just the most. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was about to say, no, Kimmy, you're rich as hell. Don't say nothing.
No,
Yeah.
no, we don't have wealth.
Oh, you hold out on us.
But
Okay.
we don't have wealth.
I don't know how much money I have because I didn't discuss that with Paul. Since I'm coming back to life, and I
I'd
don't
say
know
you
if I have a treasury.
You can
I'd say
share
you
my money.
I'd say you probably stopped and did a couple odd jobs to make a few bucks. You probably have about 100 gold.
So as much as I have.
And as
I
much
don't
I
as
only have
Nate
70
had.
gold.
I mean, you have more
Hey,
than me. I
Why
only have
are you breaking into my house exactly?
Once again, who's screaming? We were told that this is
No
a creepy
one.
house. You serious?
Are you feeling
Yes.
okay?
So you don't know. So you don't hear the screaming that goes off periodically upstairs.
There's no screaming to be had. I'm the only one here.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm the only one. The only one here that's in any condition to do any screaming.
Who
What
else is
do
here?
you mean by
What
that?
does
I mean, I guess my masterpiece is upstairs, but I didn't think my masterpiece talked.
Your master. Hold on. What?
Heh.
Masterpiece.
No, I
What
know what
does
you
that
fucking
mean?
said.
Like, are we talking about like a painting, a sculpture, or a metalwork?
We building
Technically a
bitches at
sculpture.
Art? I don't.
So a homunculus.
No, God, no. I don't work with metal.
What
thought
is this
homunculi were
masterpiece
made out of
made
flesh.
out of?
Don't say flesh.
In?
Clay?
Hide? No, hide would be if I tanned it first. Skin.
Oh.
Flesh.
Oh,
What
Oh.
does this masterpiece look like?
Can you just show us the masterpiece? That
Yeah.
I
would
think
be
that would get to the point better. Yeah.
Go ahead. It's up the stairs to the left.
Yeah,
Okay.
show us the way.
Okay, I'm a little busy fixing the mess you made, but sure, I guess.
Don't worry about the mess. We'll fix it later. You stay in
No,
front of
you
us and
won't.
show us the way.
No, you won't. You're
Yep.
adventurers. You'll wreak havoc, even take people's money like you always do.
Only if you give
Kinda.
it to us.
what kind of
Also, he
adventure?
looks like that.
Oh,
You know what? Now I'm starting to understand what this is. Okay. This is making a lot
Yeah.
more sense.
This makes a
Frankenstein.
lot more sense.
it's making
my
a
God.
lot more sense by the second.
Yeah.
Like I said, you stay in front of us and you show us the way.
Wally, I'm starting to think we shouldn't have
Alright.
kicked in the door and could have just knocked.
Wasn't planning
Sorry,
to
I
have.
thought we were having to go save someone since they were screaming.
Are you
We all
sure
heard
you're
it.
feeling all right?
Leo feeling a-okay.
You upstairs.
All
There's no
right.
need for attitude.
Mhm.
At least have some manners after you broke down my front door.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Hmm.
Like Theizora
At
said,
any
we'll
rate,
fix it.
Yeah.
I will take you upstairs so that you can see what I'm working on. So he leads you upstairs. And takes you to the left-hand hallway. At the very end of the hallway, like straight in front of you, there's some doors on the sides and shit, but the end of the hallway door. He walks down, opens it, and it takes up a lot of room. You're probably not all going to fit in there at once, but you can try.
I'll walk in.
At least slightly exaggerating, just based on the fact you can room that ends at the end of the house, and you could see the rough size of the top floor layout. There's definitely room for you guys to get in the room. It might be a little snug, depending how big his sculpture thing is, but you can all fit.
I thought
Well,
that
he's still going to be in front.
You're not going to close the door on us, are you?
We're keeping. No, you're
Um.
going in the room with us.
Well,
It's your
Um,
masterpiece. You should show it off.
I'm not, because there's not room for all of us, but
Well, then I'll
Go
stay out
ahead.
here and you go in.
Do you want to die?
What do you mean?
You stay out here by yourself without me guiding you. If they go in a room that I told them if to go into, then they'll go into a room. If you wander my house that you know nothing about and set off all the fucking traps, you will die.
I'm not going anywhere. I am standing right here.
It also begs the question, why is your house trapped so much?
Mm-hmm.
Ask your father.
It's a dangerous place.
Oh,
Oh, fun.
Now, are you going to say hello to my son or not?
You're
Oh my god.
your son.
I already said I was walking in, so.
I follow Akemi.
So what you see,
So is anyone else? This picture looks like a real wacky clone, like clone trooper
Yeah.
from Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why it's all starting to make a little more sense to me.
Hey, Amira.
Yeah.
Handlebars.
What?
What?
You wouldn't get it.
So
Oh my god.
I don't.
it's
Think-
not exactly a perfect description, but or not description, but like image. But it's the best I can come up with. And a front view of what you see looks more or less the thing is seems to be the room is about 20 feet across. This thing pretty much fills the entire back half of the room. And the room is about 40 feet deep. So like front to back.
This thing's 20 by 20?
Yes. And ignore the person. There's like a body, like a literal real life body, like it's a modeling in a like piece of clothing that is designed similar to what I envision looking at looks like. So ignore that and just look at the design on. I think it's an apron he's wearing. Yes, just look at the actual apron, and that's kind of what this thing looks like. As 20 feet across, you basically see it's not just a wall of like skin or flesh. It does have shape. Like near the top, it does taper off. But it more or less looks like this.
Not again. Not another ball of
Oh,
flesh.
not again.
Oh no.
Not again. No. No.
Oh dear
Not again.
God.
Not again.
It's like, oh God.
Oh
It
god,
reminds
not
me
again.
Well,
of-
that's unfortunate. I forgot I used that on some of you guys before.
You have, yeah.
It reminds me of a face stealer.
Get the lamp oil.
Oh dear.
Well, this isn't nearly as fun, but I have been the person that I like to get the most reactions out of, so I'll at least have fun with that. And Amira's pretty good with reaction
Oh
stuff
dear
too.
God.
And as you
That looks
see
fun.
just this wall of seemingly magically sewn together like faces, it makes a big blob of fleshy weirdness, but the outer layer is all just faces. And they all start one by one popping in and out like a fucking, what's the thing I'm thinking of? Can't remember what it's called. Anyway, like pieces, like chunks of it are popping forward in the shape of the face, one after another, as they all simultaneously just start moaning, and not the fun kind.
That's not hot.
Right?
Why you had
Oh.
to
Thanks,
specify?
Sheila.
Oh.
Well, it's impressive.
This is.
Like the zombie movie kind.
Don't like this.
And then all of the faces settle on the 6 of you. Particularly too late. I'm assuming you're an adventurer. Also, you may have already been pushed in and had the door shut behind you.
I knew it.
Okay.
What?
This is why I was.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I knew
I didn't
that was
actually
coming.
describe that, but if you really try hard to avoid going in the room, that's what he's going to do.
I figured.
What kind of?
And the faces all start popping in and out and making these weird like ripples and waves as they pop in and out, making these god awful moaning sounds. Right.
Oh dear God.
And then they all turn their attention specifically to Akemi, who wandered in first.
Yeah,
Or was
so
at least the
that
first
can-
person I heard say they walked in for sure.
It was Kimmy first, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just
Oh.
go, no, 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 no,
Yes.
no. And they gradually do that to each one of you till they land on Vulpe.
Oh Lord.
God damn it.
Vulpe?
What have you
Oh
done?
no.
How'd you forget
What
this
have
is
you
your
done?
act? This is
God
your
damn it.
arc, Vulpe.
God damn it.
There's the one.
What the
Hey,
fuck?
hey, X, what the hell's going on here? Please don't say your
Join
name.
us.
No. No.
No, God.
Nope.
I'm getting
Hey,
in
is it
front of
considered in
Vulpe.
poor taste to start firing spells in someone's house?
No,
Is
we're
it
not going to do
considered
anything right
in poor-
now because we're going to break.
Oh.
Oh,
Also,
God.
X.
I thought we-
Break time.
What do you mean,
I
X?
don't like
X was the one who sent Vulpe here. Or at least that's the one who told Vulpe about
Are
this
you
job.
already
That'd be
free?
something weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Wally.
Vulpe's kind of like, what the hell is this thing?
I'm Wally.
Oh yeah, that's not changing
There
anything.
you go.
Oh wait, yeah, Wally doesn't know.
Oh.
Oh wait, it took me this long
No,
to
it doesn't
realize.
know.
knows really that you are in a pact, not the characters. You haven't
Glancing at
told any
Vulpe
of the
like, what?
characters that you're in a pact.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Oh.
Hey, that's
But
Theizora.
Wally, I mean, granted, he might not have that memory. You don't know.
I feel like Wally's probably the one who will catch on first. I'm excited to see
That's
that
what I
reaction.
did
Like,
right before the break. Wait, X, and he looks to you.
Wait a minute, I have chocolate lava
God.
cake.
And the bars.
Oh no.
Anyways, now
Rainbow
then,
bars.
how about Wally gets to see some of Vulpe's new tricks as I start shooting this thing to death.
Whenever we're off a break.
Yep, no, I got all my combat spells ready. I'm not holding back. I'm
Don't
going.
worry.
spells.
I'm gonna bring Flame Blade, Firebolt, and just all that goodness. Doing
I
some
am so
Searing
glad
Smites.
I have Witch Bolt. Oh, that's actually kind of broken. Ooh.
Witch Bolt's the one that you can do consistent damage with, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
basically, I don't even need to hit it, and I can just keep doing that recursive 1d12 damage as
Well,
a
you
bonus
can. You have
action.
to hit it the first time, and then it's there until
Actually,
you lose
no, you don't.
concentration. Yes, you do.
Hmm.
It doesn't connect to the target if you miss.
I'm pretty sure it actually specified that even if you miss somewhere.
No.
Hold on. Or we
I'm-
just got really screwed over in the one shot I played with it.
Could be.
It's you have to hit the target, and once the target's hit,
On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12. So you have to hit, yes.
yeah, on a hit.
Alright,
Yeah,
well, we just missed.
Hey,
Wait. Then either there's some difference between 2014 and 2024, or I just
Nope, that's how that spell's always been.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
no, because we were told to use 2024 version. That's how they kept using it. So I think that we just read it wrong.
Yeah, you read it.
Now,
Over, basically, is what we're trying to say.
yeah.
As someone whose main go-to spell is Witch Bolt, you got fucked over.
Actually, no. No, in the 2024 rules, and I quote,
Never
From
mind, you
direct-
actually read.
yeah, from the 2024 rules, and I quote, on each of your subsequent turns, you can take a bonus action to deal 1d12 lightning damage automatically, even if on the first attack missed.
What?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And for some reason, I'm gonna need to bring Vulp into my other campaign, so then I just get all the 2024 spells. Or no, we're still using 2014 here. I was thinking of the wrong campaign. God, D&D is confusing when you're playing with two different systems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God.
I bet.
God. I'll be back. I'm gonna go grab a water. And knowing my luck, the moment I leave, Paul's gonna be back.
Probably, right?
I was gonna tell Volpe to mute just in case Paul does come back. But anyways, I knew I had a bad feeling about that guy. That's why I wanted him in front of us.
Yeah, me too. If he stayed behind, I was gonna say, I mean, if he stayed downstairs and sent us first, I would have just been watching him to make sure he didn't do anything.
That's why I insisted on him being like, "Oh yeah, no, you're gonna be in front of us. You lead us.
Yep.
You lead the way."
Yep.
I had a feeling this was gonna fucking happen.
Yeah,
That's
me
also
too.
why I offered to stay
I looked
outside.
away for 30 seconds. Who died?
Nobody.
No one.
Thank God.
He denied the
That's Ben dead.
screams. Like, oh, you don't hear any screams. That was nothing.
Yeah,
He knew
no.
exactly.
No. I
knew from
remember.
the second he called it his son.
And that too, yeah.
Actually, I knew from the beginning, but anyway.
Oh no.
Akemi, we cannot have a repeat of what the hell happened to Roxy. Not let that happen again.
We can't have a repeat on that, yeah.
What happened?
No, we cannot allow that.
I don't,
No.
for people who won't know, Paul used this creature in a one-shot he did.
Like 3 years ago, I think. It is genuinely the most horrifying thing you can imagine.
That's when I used the. That's when I used the fairy who had
so fuzzy.
Great sword.
Oh.
Didn't it start with an R? Yeah, didn't
What?
it start with R though?
They could
Like,
have done
all
a
of our names
little
started with R
something
except
more
for Shadows
interesting with
in
the
that one shot.
chest. I just look like one big
so.
fluffy snowball. I do like
I
how
don't
my
remember
hair
what it
looks
I don't
here.
remember my character's name.
Yeah, at least we're staying warm. Maybe I'll change the necklace to something else.
So, what exactly?
I'm so fluffy. What do I normally look like?
You'll find out why we don't like
Yeah,
this
like my
creature very
booba.
shortly, because you're not saying. Because
Where's
I'm not
the
saying anything
James
about.
Bond booba?
I'm not saying anything.
From Russia with
At least
love.
it's not those fucking rats.
I don't even.
That,
Where did you get this bonus action? Because in
My
the
necklace
2014
just
player
kinda
handbook,
coming out
it
of
says with
nowhere.
an action.
I was looking at 2024.
I kind of want it.
Yeah,
What's a
I
count
remember I
bundle?
used the spell in the 2024.
What the hell
and
is
that's where I
this?
got confused. Because I read 2024 before I read 2014. So I saw the spell name, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember.
Look at this one, actually.
And then I realized it's different in 2014.
1,000.
2014 is my go-to. So
And it says there's a
That-
weapon, but it doesn't
that
show the
just makes
weapon.
the spell stupid.
So there's a bundle.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, I'm not
I think
arguing
I
that.
want this.
I'm not arguing. It came
yeah,
in handy.
I connect lightning to you, but I
Oh
miss.
no, this is for the
Nope, it's
male.
to you. Fuck you. What?
No, this is for the female. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah,
There's
there's
probably
boobs.
some
Okay, it's
science
male.
explanation behind it.
Male
No,
doesn't have
it's
the
just
midriff
straight up. There's no
showing.
connection made if you don't hit them with it.
It's magic.
It's just bullshit.
It says
Magical
Christmas
bullshit.
weapon, Christmas background.
Yep.
It's just not showing it.
It's not even worth arguing. You're
So
right.
I think it just has the weapon
I
in the
hit
background
you.
with
Why?
it.
Because I said so.
I kind of like it.
Gene,
It's like we already have magic missile. You don't need to do that shit.
exactly.
Hmm.
well, one spell just wasn't enough.
I
So
wish
then
I
we
could.
had Jim's magic
I wish I
missile,
could
where
see
it
it.
was
Maybe I'll wait till other
gluten-free.
people buy it.
You know, that gluten, man,
not
it kills.
gluten-free again.
That
'Cause I
gluten
kind of want
kills,
to
man.
see it. There's
That
the male
means magic
version.
missile
Oh, that's the
is
female
gluten.
version. What's the male?
Yeah,
Male's like
magic missile
that.
has
The male has
gluten in
some
it.
buckles on
You
the
didn't
top.
know
I
that?
like that. I'm so
The
fluffy.
missile's made out of fucking bread.
And this one has a weapon and a background too. So
They're
they're
made
both
out of pure
bundles. Weird.
This was a whole joke in like I think the first campaign
So
I
why
ever
does it
played.
say bundle?
Thing is, that's in the spell description.
They're
I
both
know.
bundles, technically, if you call it that.
See,
Yeah,
real
that's a good
magic missile
question.
is made of
I wish it would
gluten
show
and
it.
MSG because it makes everything great.
Maybe it's the same weapon as the
Magic
other
missile
one?
is all the gluten-free shit.
Why that
that
shit
you
always hits.
My friend Rory would do very
They're-
well
they're-
Jim's
Here's the
magic
weapon,
missile then.
Skin.
They're
What do you mean?
hypoallergenic.
Oh, and you can click
They're a
off.
sad, pitiful, not tasty
There.
is what they are.
They're magic missiles.
The only
You're not
options I
supposed to
see
eat
is
'em.
male and female. You have to change it
Unless you're
to.
Other
Yeah.
tastes, do you want to see them closer?
I don't
Exactly.
see a
You're
button
not
for
supposed to
that.
eat them because they're your spell, but Jim's magic missile means you might hit yourself.
Maybe it's the
Yeah.
same as this one? And the same background? I'm assuming the backgrounds are the same for both. I wonder if the account
You've been
bundle
hitting
includes
Jim
both?
Too much. Now it's time for Jim to hit you.
Oh, jeez.
Reminds me, I got a
God.
liquor store gift card. Maybe I'll hit some Jim with a beam at the end of it.
Mhm.
I get some beans.
Maybe then you'll get through a whole session without going insane.
I like that you think I'm ever not insane.
I say he's definitely joining the session already insane.
Theizora.
Insane
Well,
insane.
yes.
Handlebars.
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 I don't.
Handlebars.
Handlebars.
Listen, Dread, he
I love
walks
jokes.
out of the conscious
Yeah.
Wait, what? True
I don't get
story.
it either.
Don't worry about it.
Just make
Yeah,
it look
it has to do with last Friday.
Oh, you mean when?
Yes, that time.
Yeah, when the thing did the thing.
Yeah, when the thing did the thing, and
when
then
the
the
when
other
the thinganing happened.
The thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a whole thingy thing,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then the thing said handlebars, and the things were fun.
God, you really are a bard, aren't you?
What?
Nothing.
No, say that again.
I mean, I'm a bard.
Say what?
I think you know what they said.
I'm not a bard. I can't bard for
Let's
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can bard.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said,
Yeah.
barding is very easy. There's
Until you're
I mean, I
socially
can-
awkward.
I mean, I can play trombone. That basically makes me a bard.
Well, okay, I guess I can play flute. That's all I got going for me.
You don't gotta
can-
be musical.
I
Damn, I
know.
can play a flute.
Yeah, I can play a flute. I played flute for like 3 years.
Damn, that's cool.
Thank you.
But damn, can you play Megalovania on a
Oh, yeah,
trombone?
I don't have a trombone.
Okay.
All I know how to
click
do is shoot a bow.
Mirror button. Oh, this thing.
Ranger.
I
Yeah.
don't think I can unless I have it.
Hey, that first place medal Yes.
Okay, no, assassin rogue.
I'd have to
No,
Yeah,
buy it, I
right on.
think.
Elven assassin rogue.
Yeah, I don't have
that
any.
tracks. That tracks.
What else?
I could also technically. Oh. Not great, but I can do it.
I got a pocket watch with dice in it.
I'm gonna tell you guys, especially some of you that are younger and arguably newer to this D&D thing. There's a teaching moment here. Anyone can be any class because you decide what your character is.
Yeah, but if we're assigning a class based off of who you are, you don't get to choose.
Stereotyping.
Yes.
Oh, well, then I get to
That's-
choose, and you're all peasants with 10 in every stat, and rocks fall, everybody dies.
Aw.
Yeah,
Not the
sounds
wrong.
about
Because
right.
because you're not the DM anymore in this conversation.
Sorry, I actually have -2
That's
con.
the deal. That's my life now.
Until you get to play, be a player.
Don't tempt me. I might steal the DM chair from you one day. Once we finish this campaign, I might just snatch it.
We could always let Akemi snatch it. Except she can't be fucking consistent with her schedule.
Yeah, I think we realized how Akemi running a campaign and
Crazy.
Run it at the same time we already do.
It's wild that nobody remembers me saying that I could DM too.
Oh yeah, I do remember that actually.
I mean, I haven't ran very many sessions, but I have an entire world that I've made already, pretty much.
I was saying it as a threat because I just know my games already are not that great. Mine was meant to be a threat.
My games are also not that great. I'm just here to have fun, man.
I've only
good.
DM'd one shots.
So am I. So it's the next campaign, your DM.
What?
Yay.
What?
The difference is your
Just
one
think
shots
of
are
it. That means
actually
you
good.
get to traumatize Paul. Let me rephrase that. Get to try and traumatize Paul.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
No, yeah, it
Gonna say,
does.
I've
It
had-
does show a
Traumatizing
different
everyone
skin.
else.
It's just not that
You get revenge.
big of a difference.
You get a chance at revenge.
It's a little
You better
different.
grab it.
They're straight instead of pointy, instead of scimitar-y.
Players
Still
one.
supposed
Guess
to
that was pretty
technically be doing
traumatizing.
I like the basic
oh,
ones
the
better.
the orphanage.
The orphanage, that was like the most
54
traumatizing thing I threw at
strength,
them.
luck, wisdom, dex.
Not
I
the
think-
orphanage.
The game I was in tried to parody that, except crossbows shoot
I'll get
really
rid of
far.
this.
But not infinite.
Yeah, you good.
Not infinite, but
me-
really far.
Let the ads go, and we're
So-
on breaks. We'll be right back. Get your snacks and drinkies, snacks and coffee.
Spells can fire from even farther distance.
Yeah.
Actually, no, most spells are shorter range than a crossbow.
Not if you spec it right.
There's.
Sorry. Distant
You can
casting spell sniper sorcerer.
Yeah.
I can tell you, there's nothing in
Warlock.
D&D that can shoot longer than a longbow.
Chaos.
Actually, no, Paul, you've been to my games once. You know how mid they are.
If by mid you mean I had a blast.
Oh, I'm honored.
Yay.
You just have to approach the game you're given and play it the way it's given to you.
I mean, yeah, you got to play a really big, badass dragon.
This is true. Also, I'll be right back.
There died.
Yeah, Amira, you remember that? The dragon you tried to befriend that told you to behead your friends?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was Paul.
Huh?
Yeah,
Wait
he
a
was
minute.
traumatizing you before you were even in one of his games.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
was-
I need
I looked it
elaboration.
up.
I was befriending the dragon with a with a decapitated head collection.
And then it told you to behead your friends to stay its friend.
Okay, I regret
She was
nothing.
I feel like you
She
should
was
have
trying to
seen
play
that
mind
coming.
games with you before you were even in his game.
But no, the farthest spell range achievable is 1,200 feet.
I'm so confused.
Oh. Dang.
The best part about having 3 different tables converge at once is that you can pull these kind of, well, it was me all along tricks to them.
Dun 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 dun.
It's the best part about D&D.
Dynamite.
Dog has turned into a frog.
Or has the frog turn into a dog?
No, he's just making throat noises.
As they do.
My dog can.
Nice.
What is it? God damn it. Mongolian throat sing.
Yes, Theizora?
Ow!
Theizora. Handlebar.
We are down a person in VC, but they are in chat.
I see that. So, Vulpe, this massive blob of disgust and various degrees of rotting humanoid faces seem particularly interested in you.
Uh-huh. Well, I see one very easy solution here. Which,
Okay.
out of character, I know this is a really bad idea. But, I'm gonna walk right up to it.
No. No.
No.
No.
As close as my party will let me get to it.
Not close.
As 100%, I'm grabbing you by the back of your scruff.
Grabbing Vulpe.
No.
Stop. This thing does not look safe.
Well, we don't know that.
What are you going to do?
Communicate.
And you need to stand right next to it for that?
Destroy it.
It makes it easier
That's
to
the only way.
understand it and to see into its
Talk to
own
it from
mind.
here.
Yeah, but I can't really pull out its thoughts and try to see what it's trying to communicate with us from here. Not unless you guys want to wait 10 minutes. And, I'm not sure we have 10 minutes.
Pikachu!
Why wouldn't we? Doesn't seem like it's moving much.
Then if it's not moving,
Yeah.
there's no issue with going up to talk to it.
Perhaps.
Then
I
we
don't
all
like this.
move up to talk to it.
Oh.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. No, I'm starting to overthink this. No, I'm just gonna go out and say it. I'm gonna cast Encode Thoughts on myself and try to pull out a simple thought. Asking it for what causes it to scream. What brings it pain. And since it's a cantrip, there's no material components, just somatic, just pluck. I'm gonna cast it again and share the thought with it.
What was the thought?
Basically asking it, why does it scream? What hurts you?
Hungry. Hungry, hungry, hungry.
I think we have to kill it.
It's just hungry. Perhaps we could go find it something to eat. I mean, it's
If
his
it can never be
father is around
satiated.
here. I'd rather not kill something we don't have to.
Then ask what it's hungry for.
Then I'm gonna turn back to it. Does it seem like it's understanding us speaking in common at all? Or do I need
Talking
to
to you,
keep...
Conan.
Fair enough. What do you hunger for?
Yeah, what can we get you?
We have some greens, some bread. This one has a bit of soup in it. Vulp going through his rations.
Not gonna be any of that.
Technically, this thing isn't from not this world, so... I mean, how bad could it really be?
Very.
No, I don't see how this could end horribly at all. Just trying to communicate with the poor little guy. The DM has been silent for an awfully long time. It's scaring me.
Ooh, spoopy. What's he planning over there?
Oh god, this is gonna be Deep Speech 2 Electric Boogaloo, isn't it?
Hmm.
Oh,
Sorry, I switched back to my phone. My internet decided to shut itself.
See?
yeah, that makes sense. That explains why DM was silent for so long.
The answer to your question, by the way, was, and I quote, knowledge, 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 knowledge.
Oh, we can help with that. We got lots of that.
Hey, I'm gonna pull that big nice book out of my hat.
Okay.
And I'm going to offer it the book. Specifically, I'm going to open the book to just some random chapter. Something about history, yada yada.
Teaching time.
Roll me a d12.
9.
Okay. So you open it, you're not really paying attention to what. And it looks down and goes, what is this?
I'm gonna look at the page I opened to and kind of glance it over to see what the page is about.
Okay. page on. The page you're on is one that you've read before.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
It's all about the. It's in its section chapter called "The Forgotten War," and it's all about people who use certain spells.
Oh god damn.
Is that bad?
It's knowledge. Knowledge of some very powerful spellcasters from the past. Knowledge in its purest form. Literature.
Not the purest form.
What is the knowledge you speak? Or, sorry, the knowledge you seek?
He wants to eat you.
It just wants a little study buddy.
I don't think so.
No, I think he wants to.
Yeah.
Join us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna start holding action.
Okay, what are you holding?
I'm gonna hold a very nice cantrip, Mind Sliver.
Okay.
And if this thing tries to make anything that seems even remotely hopeful towards me or my party, that spell is getting set flying.
Okay. After 6 seconds, your spell fizzles.
Well, it's a very nice offer, really. I've already got a group I travel with. I can't spread myself too thin. And Vulpe's gonna take a few steps back towards the party, taking his book with him. Just quickly shuffling it into his coat somewhere.
It's your flesh.
I'm.
I don't have much flesh. I'm mostly
When
fur.
Vulpe walks back, I'm gonna step in front of Vulpe and just protect Vulpe, basically.
I'd also like to help Akemi with that and also activate my Rite of Storm just in case.
The faces pay no more than a side glance to anyone else, Vulpe, as they look at you and speak again. Why do they threaten us?
Their only concern. The screams that echo out have them on end. And they've never seen one such as you. It is their instinct to be ready to defend.
Defend from what? They are doing all the threatening.
Sure, you look pretty scary.
Vulp is just going to turn to slowly stare at Sheila, just.
Well, he's gotta know.
I mean,
Vulpe.
How do you know my name?
Knowledge.
I don't know what knowledge I could give you.
All of it. It, it, it.
Uh, I could offer to come grant you lessons. I'm sure somewhere I could find time for that.
Doesn't fix hungry.
Well, there's at a point you have to understand you need to stop trying to save everything.
It doesn't crave for blood. There's got to be some way to do it without, right?
Doesn't crave blood yet. It is contained. But who knows for how long. You've seen the way this house is built. How it's unkept.
Just craves knowledge. Huh.
Yes. Hungry for knowledge.
I could play this one of two ways, and one way is a lot riskier than.
So it's sounding like one way you're going to deal with it.
It's either I try to pacify this and possibly lose all my memories in the process, or guns blazing.
Hey, question. So you don't read the books for knowledge. Do you like take memories, or how do you go about this? Asking the wall of flesh faces.
Share.
Sure, then we could just tell it some of our tales, no?
Joy.
Could you expand on what you want me to join?
Us.
Opie, I think what it means is he wants you to become one of those faces.
That'd look really
Yeah.
cool. They're all made out of flesh. It'd be weird to have one made out of fur.
I
It's
don't
flesh.
think it pales.
Oh.
Pikachu! Ooh, maybe before we kill it, it can tell us some knowledge.
Oh. If you wish to share knowledge, then why don't you share some with us? What kind of creature are you?
None. All. One.
Got it.
We are Legion.
What? I'm starting to think now it might be a good time for a favor. What?
What did you say?
I think now might be a good time to start thinking about calling in some favors. It's just... Alright, Hmm. Yeah, I don't think we're talking our way out of this one.
You were the only one that was trying to talk your way out of this.
Yeah.
Hey, did the old guy ever unlock? Did the old guy lock the door when they left? I'm assuming.
That's a good idea. Let me just Vulp is gonna try to open the door, just yanking on it.
You starve us.
Now pushing on the door, trying every way to get it open.
Why?
I cannot join you,
The
for
door
my
locked?
knowledge has not been completely finished.
Finished enough.
Perhaps one day I can return with amazing tales for you, but that day is not today. I still have something to complete yet.
Tell us.
I still have to bring my friends home alive. So now might be a good time to stop trying to convince me to join you.
If you join us, they go home alive.
I've fallen for enough tricks. And don't you threaten their lives.
Very well.
You take one act towards them, and words will no longer be an option. Vulp is going to turn back to the creature from the door.
Hey,
And, he's going to get ready for a tussle.
interesting. You care more about them than what you claim to be on this journey for.
Not for them, I never would have left on this journey.
Disappointment.
I don't know who you are, or how you know so much about me. But either we're all going to leave, or you won't see it tomorrow.
Very disappointing. Oh. You are not who we thought you were. You are not the one we seek. The door swings open.
Vulp is immediately trying to usher everyone out of there.
I think we're trying to get Vulpe out first.
Akemi
I think now's a good time to go. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
We came here for a job, guys.
Our job didn't involve killing anything. It just said come check the place out.
We technically did do the job.
And we're gonna live to tell the tale. Let's go home.
We came, we saw, we leave.
Akemi leaves once everybody else has left.
I'm waiting for Akemi. The fuck?
I'm also waiting
Vulp
for
is trying his best to push Wally out of the room.
Yeah, not even budging.
Trying everything he can and not moving Wally. And
I'm gonna try to
do
push
you-
Vulpe out of the room
Wait.
first.
If we don't kill this thing, it's gonna kill other people.
Yeah.
It's
You don't
already
know that.
taken people.
It's got to be
Its
stopped.
father seems to be keeping it contained here. Maybe he can keep it contained.
Yeah, and he's trapping adventurers in here, letting it kill them. So
Why don't we kill him?
Just
Yeah.
delaying the inevitable.
Fine.
Oh my God, why can't? Why,
We're
why don't
taking
we
it
kill
out.
him?
Then let
Is
the blood
Theizora
rest
actually
on your
fighting with
hands.
Vulpe?
Huh? What was the question?
Are you actually siding with Vulpe?
Kinda.
So I'm asking. You said a thing and I didn't hear you.
Oh no, she was like, why don't we just kill the guy instead?
This thing doesn't seem able to move. It doesn't pose much of a threat.
For now. Till the building collapses.
Yeah, and it gets crushed under all the debris. I think it'll be fine.
I don't think that will get crushed.
I mean, the guy's
I
the
say
one
we kill
jumping
it.
the adventurers here, right?
It's an abomination.
If we're going
I
to
mean-
take in the father, we should be taking him in, not killing him.
Then let's go. We can take him in, and then all's done. No one's posting any more notes.
And when we notify
one
the
needs
town
to
of
come
what's
around
here,
here.
and they tell us to kill it, we'll be coming back and killing it. Agreed?
Agreed.
yeah.
Yeah.
If it must be.
Then let's find the old man.
Now that's something I can actually do.
What are you doing?
Pushing Vulpe out of the room.
We're not having to push nobody. We're all
I want
leaving
him
the
to go first.
room.
Vulpe
Why?
and me first.
Cause
Never mind. That's not something I can do.
No,
Wow,
I'm not
I really
letting
stuck to
Vulpe
my
be in the
job.
front. What? No.
What?
okay, then
We
you
have
go
to
and I'll
switch.
push
Hey,
Vulpe
don't
out
push
of the
me
room
out.
first.
Oh my goodness.
What the? Theizora, relax.
We need to work together, guys.
I don't trust this fucking house. I'm on edge.
All I imagine is just like everyone trying to shove each other into one pile.
Don't
Everyone
let
thinking
them-
1d10 entity cramming.
Don't let the bad
At this
guys
point,
win.
it's just everybody shoving everybody into me. I'm the center of it.
Let's not do this.
Apart from Akemi.
Akemi's always
Akemi's just
just
watching it.
Akemi just walks around the giant shuffle and just leaves.
you know, I'm leaving the room. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were. Oh my God, Theizora, we established we were leaving the room. It was not a struggle.
We can act like adults, I think.
Allegedly.
I think it's the biggest I think I've ever heard.
You were not. You were
Allegedly.
told
Told what?
to leave.
Oh.
We are
Yeah.
leaving.
And we're going to find the old man.
Who was that?
Where do you want to look for the old man?
Didn't he say this place was booby trapped?
Yep.
Amira, you're some type of hunter, right? You're good with traps,
And
aren't you?
Theizora.
Yeah, to an extent. Ish.
Do you think you could lead the way and try to keep an eye out for traps? You and Theizora?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a better idea.
I also have
And-
the
And
find trap spell, guys.
There's a spell for that? How have I not read about this? What the hell?
Says it's a dog shit spell.
Yeah,
It is.
it's.
It is.
It is.
I'd like to say that was in character. I know about the spell.
So
What are you doing?
Looking for traps.
Yeah,
Same.
don't waste a spell slot for that.
Yeah.
How
It'll
much
go off
time?
like 50 times.
Huh?
What?
How much
How-
time?
How much time are you spending looking for traps?
A whole day. I'm kidding.
No.
I guess.
I mean, I would assume it's just looking for traps as we walk through the house.
Yeah.
As long as it takes.
Okay. So you get to the top of the stairs. And you see there's a hallway going the other direction that also ends in a door facing you. Or you can go downstairs. What do you do?
If I was a crazy old guy, would I have my weird lab downstairs or upstairs?
Okay, Sheila.
Seeing as that thing is upstairs already. Granted, it doesn't mean it's
I mean, we can
started.
search this place down. Yeah, but getting up might be a challenge if this place starts falling apart.
Yeah.
So perhaps we could start at the top.
To the other door it is.
Be careful.
Closed.
I would assume Amira and Theizora are up front since they're looking for traps as we're
yeah.
going through.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
that
sorry.
door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you checking the door for traps?
Yes.
Yes.
I think we learned our lesson.
Yes.
Roll me a perception.
Darn, no investigation.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. That's if I can spell.
All I have to do is perk.
25.
I do it.
Oh.
Oh. Don't have faith in Amira.
I'm
door
still
is-
slowly catching on to that.
The door is not.
You are cutting out significantly worse.
Had to guess. The door is not trapped.
But yeah, I got that much.
Wally,
That's
if
all.
you'd like to do the honors.
Oh, you want me to kick the door in this time?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not trapped.
Yeah, like it was bad the last time. And we saw it kick it in.
Well, last time we thought just an old guy lived here.
Last time we thought, oh, they're screaming inside. Someone needs help. Not the old guy who came afterwards.
We only felt bad once we saw the old guy.
Not
You
really.
guys felt bad. I wasn't. What?
I didn't feel bad.
He was trying to gaslight
I
us.
felt a little bit. But that was before he mentioned that thing.
Thing
I didn't
screams like a
feeling bad
woman.
this week, though.
It probably has faces of all kinds of people and genders.
Either way.
The door is
Or-
open. Just push on it. You hear from the other side of the door.
Oh, I kicked it in. They were just talking.
Okay, well, everyone keeps talking over each other like I tell you not to do every session, so I couldn't hear you. Dorian, he's sitting at a writing desk, except he's got the chair facing the door.
Man, that's not ominous at all.
You broke into this motherfucker's house. Twice now, technically.
He's keeping a monster.
You've now invaded his personal space. And he's looking at you going, why are you still here?
Feed me, Seymour.
Why did your son try to eat me? Or seem very inclined to?
What the hell's wrong with you people?
What do you mean?
Did you just accuse a 12-year-old boy of cannibalism?
A 12.
Can I cast
Oh,
detect
have you
magic?
seen your son?
Can I cast detect magic?
You've had him for 12 years?
Yeah.
No.
That,
He's old.
that's, yeah, like that's the fucking.
How many people has he eaten in
Detect
12
magic.
years?
None? He's a 12-year-old boy, you fucking freaks.
That was not a 12-year-old boy.
I repeat, have you seen your son?
Paul, can I cast detect magic? I haven't heard if you said anything to that or not.
You can. I don't know what you're trying to detect, but
I want to see if he's like under some sort of spell. So maybe perhaps something that's making him see his son different than we're seeing. Or if somehow we're under a spell and seeing his son different than he's seeing him.
you detect no magic.
Does he believe it's what he's saying?
I feel like that'd be an insight check, not a detect magic. Not my forte.
Okay.
I'm good at insight.
I mean, I've asked the question, have you seen your son? So someone can make the insight on his reply when we get the reply.
Have you?
Yes.
Are you sure? You seem quite delusional.
I think we might be seeing two different things.
You called it your masterpiece earlier. What changed?
Yeah.
Should an artist not be proud of his child?
Not if you made it out of other people.
What
It's very
exact?
strange to call a living being a masterpiece unless you try to create it through non-usual means.
I don't know how your kind breeds children, but it's pretty standard how we do.
Okay.
So you had a wife that birthed a 20-foot cube of flesh.
You said this
Okay.
house is craft, right?
Are you aware your friend's Nuck and Futz?
Yeah,
But,
we're
that
a
is-
little aware of that.
That doesn't explain why you would lock us in there with the young boy.
I don't think the door.
Who are you? What bullshit are you talking about?
You want to walk down that hallway and see?
What kind of traps do you have in here?
Maybe we need to feed him to the wall.
Hey, I'm probably gonna go ahead and go because I am not gonna pass out on call again. I refuse to do that again.
Oh, we're almost done, so try not to, because I'm
Okay, then I'll wait if we're almost done.
fine. Apparently, I have to do everything for the so-called whatever you claim to be. Follow me.
Okay.
Yeah.
He takes you down the hall, and he walks in the room. And he goes, see?
I'm already going to burn this place to the ground.
And there's a 12-year-old boy sitting in the corner.
Yep.
What the?
I'm
Burn
pulling out my
it.
bow.
Burn it all.
What kind of traps do you have in here?
I was here a minute ago.
What kind of traps do you have in here, sir?
I don't know. I put a lot of them down. What do you want?
Would you happen to have any hallucinogenic traps?
Probably.
Guys, I think I found the answer to our mystery.
Been designing and redesigning the traps for decades.
And would any of them happen to have been set on that front door we kicked in?
The front door, the stairs you climbed up.
But we wouldn't all have the same hallucination.
Actually,
if it's like if
it'd
it's
be-
gotta look of some kind, yeah.
I didn't detect any magic.
Didn't say it was
Well, you know
magic.
that.
So I don't think it's a spell.
Well, you know what I mean. I just
Group
think of it.
group hallucinations are a thing. It's not very common though.
Well, if you don't like traps, perhaps you should tell his psycho father to stop trying to murder me.
I'm sorry, his father?
Then what have you done to earn my father wanting your death?
And that's where we'll end for this week.
Wait, his psycho father? Like the kid's father? Or no, he said he was the
Mine,
father.
mine,
Wally's
mine,
father.
mine.
I didn't
Oh,
know
thank God I
that.
didn't
Me,
get eaten by
papa.
another wall of
That's the
flesh.
first thing he said when we got in here.
I didn't know he was looking at you.
Yeah, remember when I kicked in the door? And the first thing he pretty much said to me, specifically me, was something about my father. I don't remember the exact words.
I gotcha.
Akemi, I think we did a good job. Akemi. I think we found the good ending.
My brain is so confuzzled.
You certainly found the ending I never made up till now.
Yay.
I was half
No.
expecting you to start that fight anyways.
My brain is confuzzled. I'm gonna go before I pass out. Adios.
Have a good
Bye
sleep.
bye.
Good
Handlebars.
night.
Bye. Also,
Well, that
good job.
explains.
Handlebars. Bye.
Oh, goodness.
Well, that explains how it knew so much about me.
It was a figment of your imagination.
Yeah. I'm just so glad I didn't get consumed by one of these again.
Not again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Paul,
What a
how
way to
heavily
go.
were you thinking about it the whole time I was...
What?
How likely was I to get chomped had I stayed in 5 feet of it for a little longer?
None. As long as you didn't attack it.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Oh, dang.
Vulpe was about ready to start blasting out Eldritch Blast.
Did you just say hope?
No, I said Vulpe.
Oh.
Ah.
His
You can
actual
stop
name,
having
not the
characters that
nickname.
sound the same.
I will say you certainly speed ran that.
It's a lot better than how the one-shot turned out. Less dead people.
Woohoo!
For
I'm
now.
sorry if it felt like I was metagaming based off the one-shot. I was trying my...
Oh, you guys all were who played in it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Just don't.
I was so confused.
I was also confused.
The answer to metagaming is don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just about as surprised that this one didn't end in a fight.
It's
I'm
because you
surprised.
didn't want it to.
I'm just surprised nobody bothered to explore the place.
I mean, we kind of were.
We were worried about the traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trap scary.
I just figured that if we were gonna explore it, we'd go top down and see what we found. Okay.
He did say
Yeah,
there
we
was other
were-
rooms down the hall, so that's what he's.
Yeah.
Other rooms, there's floorboards.
Because for some reason I thought
There's
in
all
the
kinds of shit you could do.
I didn't
thought in
hear
the
the other
one
rooms
shot-
part, so that's all I heard was there's the other room across all across the way, not other rooms. Period.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go for the night. You two have a great one, Paul. Thank you for the session. Thank you for bringing back the PTSD and why I fear having you as a DM.
Yay.
You finally managed to scare the player more than the
welcome.
character.
Good.
And I could have sworn that the lab was like downstairs. Anyways, adios before I'm stabbed 73 times by someone else.
Hey, you better run.
So many times. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.
No.
What did I do that was metagaming?
No,
He said
he
all of
said. No, he said the people who were in the